What's up, everybody? Start in 1 second, all right? Okay. Oh, there's people. What's up, friends? Hello, hello. The camera's a little far away, so I'm going to take a break and come say hi in a second. Thank you for joining me. I'm doing Facebook and Instagram at the same time, so Facebook and Instagram, that's awesome. Yeah, I've never done one of these ever in my life before. I'm not much of a live streamer, but we're all locked in our houses going crazy. The drums have been a huge point of zen for me. I've been home for like a whole week, not going anywhere pretty much. So playing along, and you know, Echo Movement was like one of the best musical experiences of my entire life. Not only in terms of just the friends I made and the musicians and the music we made, but like how much I grew as a drummer and as a musician playing reggae music. Which, you know, you would think, oh, I went to school for music, blah, 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 and all that stuff. But Echo Movement was huge. So I'm not going to like talk too much. I'm just going to play along. But, you know, I'll talk about a couple tunes. I have a handful of tunes here I'm going to play through from the various albums we've done. And then, you know, we'll chat. And if anybody wants to make a request, I'll do my best. I practiced 1 hour before this and dusted everything off. So I remember most of it, but there might be a little, you know, brain fart here or there, whatever. It's all good. But, you know, I'll start off by saying, before I start the first song, Echo Movement was a band started by Dave and Steve Fowler, their brothers. And if you're on this, you know all about Echo Movement, I'm sure, so I don't have to explain it, you know. But those two guys, like, started everything. All the songs, everything was born from them. They really, really know reggae music well, not just like the American reggae rock stuff like Sublime and 311, which is huge influences on us, but like the roots stuff like Toots, you know, stuff like that. You know, Bob Marley. And I'd say it took me 2 solid years with the band to be able to say that I actually get reggae music on the drums. It was a very humbling experience. You're going to see it's definitely not about playing a lot of notes at all whatsoever. There's just absolutely no notes whatsoever. Oh, people are talking. Okay, I'm just checking, making sure everything's good. All right, cool. So I'm going to start off with a simple tune from the first album, the In the Ocean album, and it's called Keep My Head High. It's a really, nothing crazy on the drums, you know, but it was a lesson in how to play like the half-swung shuffly kind of feel, which I was not very good at when I joined the band, you know, and it took a long time to get that feel. So let's play some music. Let's play Keep My Head High. There we go.
Agony of my head high, singing. I say, oh, oh, just gotta keep my head high. Know that I'm gonna get by. I say, oh, oh, I just gotta keep my head high, singing, oh, oh, I know that I'm gonna get by. I say, oh, oh.
Yeah, all right, cool. Awesome. That was always a fun one to play. So, that song just made use of, like, you know, half swingy kind of shuffle that took a while to get the feel for, to loosen up. At the time when I joined the band, I was out of college and I did like a lot of drum corps and stuff. I played a lot of funky jam stuff, jazz stuff, but just that kind of bouncy shuffle. It took a while to get it to feel right. And you know, fun fact about Echo Movement, when Dave and Steve started the band, they were really the only musicians in the band. Dave played 3 rows of keyboards with left-hand bass and right hand going between an organ and a piano. Steve sang and played drums at the same time, which I have no idea how he did that. All those kind of swingy drum beats and stuff, especially early on with the band's career, you know, those drum beats came from Steve. He laid them down. You know, they had a very finite, specific idea of drum grooves. They were very particular and specific in what they wanted, and it was a good experience for me because usually as a drum you just, you know, play a beat, it's cool, all right, it fits, great, you know, and they were meticulous about certain things, and they would think about drumming not as a drum set player, so they would ask you to do something in studio, and like, it didn't make any sense from a drummer perspective, but looking back, you know, it led to some creative ideas. So Keep My Head High was an awesome song, you know. Another thing I'll say before I start the next song, every single Echo Movement song has a story behind it and a message, and every single song relates to either somebody in the band's experience in life or the band's experience as a whole, and that spans across 3 albums of music, you know, and just a testament to, you know, Dave's songwriting and lyricism and stuff like that. Just amazing stuff. Wow. All right, gonna get those notification sounds once in a while. Sorry about that. So that was, I think that was the first track from the first album, In the Ocean, which was the first time the band had like multiple people beyond Dave and Steve, and we got together and we made an album. And actually, that first album, a lot of the songs seemed to be the most popular songs, you know. So let's move on. This next song is a little bit more, it wasn't like one of the more popular ones, but from a drummer perspective, I liked it a lot. It's called Maybe Something Wrong With Me. It definitely had a more rock edge to it, a rock reggae kind of edge. It had a lot of like, which is something we did a lot of, you know, in the band. It was just a heavier tune, and just from a drummer perspective, I really enjoyed playing it. So that's why I picked it, you know. It's got some heavy rock and stuff like that. So let's play Maybe Something Wrong With Me. And I think I remember all the fills, and if not, I'll make it up. We'll see what happens here. Cool. All right, so that song made use of, common stuff that we did, which was the kind of quick 16th straight, not swung feel. Something else you heard in that, which was like a huge echo movement staple. I can say I have not heard any other reggae band do this, so this is a very original idea by Dave and Steve. It was not my thing. In reggae, especially when you're doing the one drop beat, which was in the middle there, reggae, this is a hard thing to learn too, was like you don't play on one. Or you fill over the bar line into the next downbeat, and the downbeat is on 3, both the cross stick, and that's the one drop beat. So when you go to the rock beat, that sound, they would use that all the time on straight ahead stuff. So it would be like an accent on one where the band would lay off, and that was a very original thing. So I always carry that over into the stuff I played, because that's something that those guys established when they were on their own, just playing music together as a duet pretty much, So you're gonna hear a lot of that, The drumming and echo movement was never that complicated. You could see, there's some fast stuff, but there's nothing crazy. I'm not like slaying fills. It just wasn't about that. It was about fitting in your space in the music, which is what reggae music's all about, and it was cool to learn that and adapt this new, I guess you could say, like drum language, or this like portfolio of sounds and approaches they did. And that song was a good example of the one drop and like the rock and roll kind of reggae mixing together. So, all right, so those were 2 songs from the In the Ocean album. That was the first one. I just joined the band. That was, 2009, I think? Damn. A long time ago. Haven't played the songs really since then. Awesome experience, We recorded the stuff in the studio at their house. Minimal equipment, and we just made it work. Dave's an amazing producer, and you can hear every album as it went up. The quality of the musicianship went up, the quality of our performance, the songwriting, the arranging, and the production value, which we all did ourselves 100%. We'll tell more stories about the band later. So this next song is now off the second album, which was Echo Movement. I believe it was, Music Played On. So the second album was actually a bunch of pretty popular Echo Movement songs that was popular before any of us joined the band. Hate to say this, but in the MySpace days, yes, MySpace, amazing. Echo Movement found their traction and fans on there with the recordings that just Dave and Steve did by themselves, as a duet. Maybe they brought a guest musician here or there. And a lot of those songs are still some of the most popular songs for Echo Movement today. So when we did this song, we decided, let's take some of the best songs that are from the previous albums, that before the band was really a band as it was in the end, and let's redo them and do them with the new band and stuff like that. So this song's called Bring It To You. I absolutely love this song for a bunch of reasons. One, the vocals and just the words are just amazing. Steve sounds amazing on this song, singing it. The harmonies are beautiful. This whole song is just a one drop beat. So very laid back drum beat. I barely play anything at all. It's just staying out of the way pretty much, and just laying down the main beats. But the song's got a great vibe. There's a really awesome trumpet solo at the end by Nick, our trumpet player, Nick Afflito, and a little bit of background flute by Matt Lepic. So those are 2 very talented musicians we had in the band. That was our horn section. So, all right, enough talking. Let's get into it. This is Bring It To You. I'll try to get this pickup as best as I can.
I'm next to you.
bring it to you. So awesome song, just really catchy, good vibes all around. Again, the lyrics, you know, summers take me away from you, stuff like that. That was, you know, the story of us. We would go on tour mostly in the summertime because most of us were school teachers, you know, trying to be rock stars, you know, but also got to work, you know what I'm saying? So we would, you know, work during the school year, and the minute the summer hit, we would hit the road, you know. We were fortunate enough to do 3 Warped Tours, and the last one we did like the entire thing, which was like 50 or more dates. Pure insanity, just driving ourselves around. We had one helper, you know. I guess that was a good time to talk about it, you know. I'm certainly proud of what we accomplished with Echo Movement, you know. It was hard. We had no record label, we had no manager, we had no booking agent, we had no publicist, we had nothing. We were a 100% do-it-yourself thing, which, you know, is a testament. You know, Dave and Steve like ran the whole business really well. I would do a lot of behind-the-scenes work. My thing was organizing the street team for the tour, which, when you're doing like 50, 60 date tour, you know, and you're meeting someone at 6 a.m. every day at the festival gates, it's a lot of work, you know. We worked really, really hard. We drove ourselves. We had no driver. You know, it was tough, but it was totally worth it, you know. We can proudly brag about that now, you know. So, again, that song used the one drop beat. Simple beat, and there's like there's a lot of space in there. There'll be times where we cut out, and then me and the bass player would just be like 1, 2, 3, 4. And we just be so in the zone. We didn't have to count. We just hit those big downbeats on 3 together. So it was all about space, not playing on 1 again. You know, fills took a long time to get the feel for, and a lot of listening and studying. I guess I could list a couple influences as far as Echo Movement and everything is concerned. Number one, I would say most of all, towards the end, was definitely Stuart Copeland, Police. You know, he played a lot of like quick stuff with his hands. I like to play, you know, all the marching chop stuff, and he had just a raw energy about him, and he really understood how to take reggae and rockify it, but still keep it like legit to the original feel. Chad Sexton 311 for sure. I forgot his name, but the drummer for Modest Yahoo's band, when he did that live album, Live at Stubbs, I think it was a huge influence. I definitely borrowed a couple things from that drummer as well. You know, and Stanton Moore was the last one, who's not a reggae drummer. He's a New Orleans funky drummer, but he had that like half swung kind of that whole half swung thing on the hi-hat going, and I listen to him all the time to try to get that. So a lot of good influences playing in the band. Okay, so that was a song from the Music Played On album, which is an awesome album. And now I have a couple tunes from the latest album. So the latest album was 2011 or 2012. We put it out, and then we did our last tour, and that was it. The album is like such a brilliant thing. It's a love letter to the cosmos and Carl Sagan specifically, and I could talk about it more, but I wouldn't even do justice to what the music is. Dave crafted this complete artistic album where every song was not only related to everyday life, things like love and stuff like that, but also related to the cosmos, to quantum entanglement, all this stuff, and the way that it played a dual role between the two, and some of the music is just unbelievable. We're super proud of the album. Some other fun things. Dave actually ended up doing some work with like SETI, which is this search for extraterrestrials, and you know, NASA and stuff like that, and they came up with a math formula to put an equation to how dying stars flicker their light, pulsars, and they turned that into tones, and then we just hit play on the formula, and this music came out, and it was absolutely brilliant stuff, next level stuff. So I want to play some stuff from that. By this point, the band was like really tight. We had our crew, and the songwriting got more adventurous. The instrumentation and the arrangements got more adventurous, and the drumming got a little more involved too. There were several songs on this album where Dave interjected like classical music or romantic music into it. There's a song I'm going to do later that has a Bach fugue in it. There's another song that has Claire de Lune in it, and it all mixed with reggae music. It was just brilliant. The album is called Loving the Human Outreach. If you're an Echo Movement fan, but if you're not, you should check it out. It's really brilliant stuff. So this song is called Spaceship Earth. That's one of the first tracks from this album. Here we go. Cool. All right. So really cool song. More going on in that song for sure. Again, we're singing, reggae music and stuff like that, but we're singing about being a tripping anthropoid and stuff like that. Just brilliant stuff, you know. There was a lot of tempo changes in that song too, you know. And then just another thing that reggae's fun, which comes more from a producer side, I feel, where like the person producing the album will just cut the kick drum and the bass guitar out, you know, and you just get the sink the bass drum back in, you know, halfway through and stuff like that. Towards the end, there was a big cello rondo, which was fun. Had to do with the click too, that just slowly sped up in the studio. You know, we put it together, and you know, Nick ripped another awesome trumpet solo there at the end. Really cool stuff. And then when we played it live, we extended that ending out. That swing and a miss. Sorry there. You know, we extended that a lot longer and rocked it out live and stuff like that. But I don't remember how we did that, so we'll just do it studio style. So that was Spaceship Earth. All right, the next song I have up is called In Good Time. In Good Time's fun. It's got one drop stuff in it, but it's also just got some more rock stuff. I would say this it felt like it had more of a 311 influence on the song. I always kind of thought, you know, which was fun from a drummer perspective, get to open the hi-hat up and just, you know, just rock out a little bit more. So let's do this. Let's get right into In Good Time. There's a couple of things in this song too. Hopefully I remember everything. We'll find out.
The beautiful sunrise, I realize we all can fall behind. I wonder what I'll find when I catch up in good time. That right to the thoughts I pondered. I'm lost, but I never wandered. Down the line in good time. Crazy look in your eyes. It lights up, it sounds like a sweet sunrise. Gentle turn in the skies. You shine like a distant star. With a pulse, maybe you're a cool pulsar. I like you just the way you are. And though I know we're apart, can I live, living with a heavy heart? My life imitates art. Uncertainty is like a crime. It's all good, it's probably in my mind. I wonder what I'll find when I catch up in good time. Thoughts I pondered. Might be lost, but I never wandered. Down the line in good time. I love the way you move with the funk, like a tongue-sucking groove. You've got nothing to prove, still you showed everyone. No doubt, you've never even been outdone. Uncertainty has just begun. I'm dancing with the solar chance. I love it better than the sum of all this romance. You put my mind in a trance. The breakdowns we define. I cut back, you cut right through my mind. Our paths cross and realign.
Miss LS still. There you go, something like that. Okay, cool. So that was in good time. You know, more of a rock song. You know, a lot of just rocking out, having fun. There was a one drop section in there. You know, getting into a little bit of detail behind the thought of that. Yeah, I don't know if you picked up on this or not, but like I kept it really simple in the song. I laid off a lot of the fills and the other one drops I played in other songs, and the reason for that was I started, once we got into the band and we were doing the thing and just listening to and playing with a lot of reggae bands. Got to play with a lot of awesome groups. The Green from Hawaii was amazing. Ballyhoo, awesome dudes from Maryland. Tamar's Bad Seeds we shared the stage with. We opened for Steel Pulse once. That was absolutely unbelievable. I think we opened for the Dirty Heads once or twice. You know, again, to just take, you know, a survey of what everybody does with reggae and see what their take on it is. But the one band that stuck out to me the most is John Brown's Body, which is, you know, a pretty popular reggae band. They've been around for a while. You might need to really be into reggae to know who they are. But they are an unbelievable reggae band with just a killer sound. We played with them a couple times in Hoboken, the Maxwell's. And their drummer, when they went to one drops, at least in the studio, you know, he didn't play a lot of fills. It was just, and he just let the bass guitar and the pianos and the vocals do everything else. You know, it was very minimal. So I found myself influenced by that instead of trying every, you know, filling it in all the time to just get out of the way of the music, you know what I'm saying? I guess that's part of maturing as a musician, I suppose, as well, you know? So that was in good time. All right, I have one more song I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna get up and look at the comments on Instagram and Facebook and say hi, do a little shout out, and maybe I'll take a request or two if I remember how to play the song, because I only practiced these couple songs. So it should be interesting. You can put me on the spot a little bit and we'll get through it together. This last song, all right, I picked this more from just a greedy drummer perspective. It's a song called Entangled. I wouldn't say it's like one of the hit songs that people sing along to, but it's pretty popular. From a drummer perspective, it's one of my favorite songs. It's got a ton of different feels in it. This is the song where somehow in the middle, Dave figured out how to fit a Bach fugue in the middle of it, while still playing reggae and dancehall, which is pretty silly and amazing. And it's just got a lot of stuff going on. This song is some of the lyrical genius of Dave. It's sung as a love song, and if you listen to the lyrics on that level, you know, it sounds like he's singing a love song about missing somebody and being far apart. But the song is actually about quantum entanglement, which, you know, I'm definitely not going to give a lecture on quantum entanglement because I'm not qualified to do so, but it's the idea that two identical particles across vast distances, if one thing happens to one, it happens to the other for some reason as well, and scientists are studying it like crazy right now and stuff like that. So, you know, it's the song's dual meaning is a love song, but it's also about quantum entanglement, and they're one and the same in the song. It's just absolutely brilliant. Again, Dave is just insane lyricist and brilliant songwriter, you know. I really like Steve's singing tone on this. It's a minor key jam, so it's a little darker, it's a little more aggressive, you know. It's got some gritty synths in it, and just crazy music stuff all over the place. So this is definitely the hardest song. I might drop a part or two. We'll see if I can remember everything. This is Entangled.
Well, I things I do, the things I'm thinking of. We met.
Sorry about that. Cool. All right, so that was Entangled. A lot of dance hall stuff in the middle there. We really got inventive. That's where we were playing the Bach stuff. I don't know how we did Bach and dance hall together, but we can say we did, you know, and it worked, you know. So I went from this was like the main beat. To this part, I tried to just be a little more inventive with the hi-hat. Basically a constant ride, you know. In the middle there, let's see. I forgot how it went. So just trying to reinvent the dance hall thing a bunch. Put different. Oh yeah. That one too. That was hard to actually play with the band, believe it or not, because of the space notes. You know, so okay. So I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come over and see who's talking because I can see people are commenting. Instagram ended, so let me get that back up again. Oh, we got a visitor too. All right, you can come join. Share the story. Sorry, I'm gonna get Instagram going back up in 1 second here. All right, let's see, Facebook. Oh, hey, Jabin. Oh, my God, Tractor. Oh, cool. Awesome. Heidi, how you doing? Jack Riders, oh, yeah. All right, Jeremy. Oh, Karen, a lot of people. Cool. Awesome. Thanks for coming in, guys, and watching and stuff like that. Really, really appreciate that. It's really cool, you know. Okay, Modest Yahoo's drummer is Jonah David. Yeah, that dude is amazing, and I definitely learned a lot from that guy, for sure. All right, so, hey, Instagram, how you doing? I really appreciate everybody coming in. It's a pretty awesome turnout. I didn't expect, you know, many people to come and watch, you know. So, is there, yeah, maybe I'll just do one more song. If anybody has a request, you know, I'll take one now. My wife and little one are in the studio as well, so let's see, now's a chance to ask for a song, or I'll just maybe play one more. I didn't really practice them though, so it should be pretty interesting. Yeah, all right, well, maybe I'll just pick one more. All right, cool, I'll do one more and then we'll wrap it up. Again, thanks for joining, everybody. Super awesome. It was fun to be able to relive the Echo Movement memories. We really loved the band. You know, we had a great time meeting people and stuff like that all over the country, and in Canada too. Canada was amazing. Really loved Canada when we went up there. Let's see. I'll just pick one random one here. I'm not going to play the one that you think I'm going to play, just because I don't know who's watching. You can always listen to that on your own. Wink, wink. Oh my God, what should I play? I'll tell you what. I'll play one more from the last album. I'm gonna do a song called "Around the Sun," just to show. If anybody, I can't see. Respecto's not happening. I'm sorry, I don't even have that. That album doesn't exist anymore. That's great that you asked that, though. I can't believe that. Thank you so much. I'll do this song here, "Around the Sun," which is, again, not a crazy song by any means, but I'm showing this more off just from, like, the song, not really what I do too much, but this is the song where Dave found a way to fit Claire de Lune in the middle of a reggae song, which is pretty amazing. Oh, we got Baby Boy in town. All right, here we go. Let's play "Around the Sun." I have not played this at all in like 8 years, so let's see how it goes. All right.
into the night. Spin in the back, wait for my turn. All no concern. Grip on the track, attack of the urn. All no concern. The night, come by the next break of day. Right up in the front porch light. A beacon desire fades away.
Never did a fade out live, but you know, cool, simple little song. The thing that I did on this song, because it's around the sun, and it kind of felt like it had this spinning thing, is I took the second backbeat away. So instead of once we did the hook around the sun. A really simple kind of beat, you know what I'm saying? But it kind of helped around the sun and stuff like that. And again, Claire de Lune in the middle, just kind of amazing. And then we did like a little slow dance hall build up, So we really we prided ourselves on singing about we sang about the things that reggae bands sing about, and we were passionate about that stuff too. Don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? As is everybody, but we cared a lot about science and the cosmos and people like Neil deGrasse Tyson and Carl Sagan, and it was like a serious interest of the band. We would talk about that stuff on the bus all the time, and we weren't shy about it, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that we necessarily fit in the reggae scene. We weren't from California. We were from New Jersey in a time where Jersey Shore on MTV was running hard, and it was incredibly embarrassing for us and just abysmal, you know what I'm saying? And we stayed true to ourselves, you know what I'm saying? And we had a lot of great fans and friends. So I'm going to wrap it up there. This was awesome. I've never done this before. Maybe I'll do one if we end up being locked up in 2 months. I'll do another one down the road. But just want to say thank you to everybody for coming out. Echo Movement was amazing, and we love it. But now we got people like this, who this is my guy right here. So he's ready to rock out. He was dancing, watching out, and this is pretty much what Echo Movement does now. It's a bunch of dads and stuff like that, and we still love making music and stuff. I play, my main gig is just musical theater pits, which I love doing to death. I play with a bunch of awesome people in New Jersey, and if any of you guys are here, shout out. I love playing with you guys, and I'm happy, and maybe we'll play again one day, maybe we won't, but we hope you guys keep listening and stuff like that. It means a lot. And you just might hear something from us in kind of a mainstream way in a month or two. We'll find out, you know what I'm saying? Thank you very much, guys. Really appreciate it. And have a good night. And thanks for joining me. It means a lot. Thank you. Say goodbye. Ciao. Bye. Bye. All right, guys. Take it easy. Thanks. How do I stop this thing? Finish.